All right. Everybody ready? You ready? Yes, all right, let's go then. Here we go. But, this is kind of our first chance right here to get a good look at coaches off the field. First start, first scrimmage. It was all about competing today. I think that you saw that. You saw it in all avenues. I mean, from our kicker, from Connor Limpert, going 7 for 7. Every special teams drill that we did today, it was all a competition. Somebody was winning, somebody was losing. So the biggest thing that we wanted to come out today is how our players responded through adversity. I thought that we competed well. I thought there were some really good things that we saw, and there's a lot of things we got to improve on. Now, don't get me wrong, but it was definitely some things where it was a great starting point for us, and that's what it was. It was a chance for us when they stuck their face in the fan to see exactly where they were. They had to think on their own. They had to respond on their own. I thought that we got tired early. After that initial surge, hit us all, offense, defense, everybody. I thought there was a little bit of a letdown right there in the middle, but I was really pleased to see them push through, so that was promising. Again, a long way away from where we need to be, but definitely doing a lot of really good things right now in all avenues. I thought offensively, just some guys that came to mind from an offensive standpoint. Of course, we played a lot of quarterbacks today. A bunch of them played. There were some things that they did well. There was some things that we're still inconsistent in. We're consistently inconsistent at quarterback right now, for the most part. But it was definitely a starting point. I know Coach Craddock will hit on that a little bit later, but it was a chance for our quarterbacks to focus in on some of the things that they felt comfortable with. That was the way we called the scrimmage today. They actually came to Coach and put a list of what they felt the most comfortable and could play the fastest at doing. And that's usually what we do in a first scrimmage anyways. I thought Malik Williams and Chase Hayden ran exceptionally hard. TJ Hammonds has done some really good things as well. We've got to get better in pass protection with TJ. It's more than just toting the ball. We got to be able to stand in there and when everything's barreling down on you, you got to be able to stand in there and protect for that quarterback. And that's something that we haven't been quite as consistent at as we want to be. But we did see some good things there today running the ball. Thought all 3 tight ends. I think we had 3 tight ends, and each one had a touchdown today from Jeremy Patton, C.J. O'Grady, and Will Gregg. All 3 caught touchdowns today. Thought they did some good things. Again, they've got to learn to play when they're tired. That's the position that we've got to have that allows us to play fast. And you could definitely see them early on getting winded, as a lot of them were, but they pushed through. I thought wide receivers Tyson Morris did a couple good things early on, made a couple guys miss. I caught a ball in traffic. He needs to finish through the goal line. He let up early, and that's not what we're about, so we talked about that, and he'll continue to get better on it. Again, this is a great teaching tape for us to go back in and really dial back in with our players as we grade this video for a start. Tobias Enlow did some really good things as well. Again, he's tired. We got to keep pushing through with that. I thought that let's see, there was one other that I was LaMichael Petway. I thought he did some good things. Again, I thought I was impressed with him in some of his blocking. There were several times he had to push crack a drop down safety, and I thought he did a few things that sprang a couple of runs. But again, just some things I thought offensive line wise, we're trying to find the right 5 rotation right there, and we're doing some really good things. Brandon Wall has been a pleasant surprise. Brian Wallace has been a pleasant surprise. We'll call him B-Wall. Obviously, we know Froholt has been as consistent and a great leader. He runs he's in charge up front. So that's been good. Ty Clary's been doing some good things. Again, we've got a lot of guys. Kirby Adcock was sick but pushed through today. So there's some guys that were a little bit bunged up, but they pushed through. And again, that's a sign of what we're after in this program. Thought defensively, again, great energy. You know, we want. You know, Chief has told you guys all that we're about a pressure defense, and I know offensively felt that today. We had a lot of pressure sitting in our face, and that's good. That's what we need to see. The things that we do defensively are unique and very much all about the pressure. I thought Jamario Bell, I think he had a strip sack, scoop and score, whatever it might have been. He keeps showing up. And it's good to see. This is a guy that has all the physical tools. We just got to keep bringing him along. You know, Sosa is another one. His motor runs full throttle, and a guy that plays passionate, loves the game. I thought our defensive line is doing some really good things. Again, long way away. Randy Ramsey has found a home. There's no doubt about that. This guy he's freaky athletic. He's got man, he needs to write Coach Chavis a thank you note for what he's doing right there now, because this guy here is doing some really good things and extremely difficult to block as he comes off that edge. Again, getting him to play hard, all of them to play hard and consistent as we are at every position is called coaching, and that's what we'll continue to do. Cameron Curl is a guy for the last 3 days has just keeps showing up. I mean, he is every time you see number 2 right around the football, and I believe he played corner last year, and we moved him to safety this year, or this spring, and he just seems comfortable. He seems at home, and he's making plays. He had a great practice on Thursday, and he definitely did some really good things today. But overall, the effort was there, and it has been there. These guys has continued to show the hunger that they have, the thirst for knowledge. They don't want to disappoint, and they're trying to please this coaching staff, and so that's always great to see. Everybody played. Everybody on that field played today, and we got a great video to grade, and it was all about the competition. So thought we did some really good things today. We got a long way to go, but these guys brought the energy from the get-go. So with that, I'll open up for questions.
So Ty Story opened with the ones. What had he done to reach that point for you? And can you evaluate maybe him and Cole specifically?
Yeah, I think the way we have done practice is we've just kind of started right now with seniority, and at the quarterback position, and rotated those guys through. That's kind of what we've done every practice. Coach Craddock will speak more on that, but I will say this about Ty. Ty's doing some really good things. He's extremely smart, and very confident in some of the things he's doing. And you know, Cole's done some really good things as well. He's a great competitor. We really want to make our quarterbacks live. Thought about doing that today, at least for a period or two, but we're not there yet. I don't want to do that right now, but I would love to have the depth there to be able to do it, because I think that would really show a lot about where a quarterback is before we get him in a game. Now, obviously, we're not doing that, but I would love to be able at some point be in a situation to do it. But they're all competing, is what I would say right now. I mean, there's Cole threw a couple good balls today and did some good things. We got to get him playing faster. And when I mean faster, I'm talking about with the urgency to get going. But that's just something that you understand when you transition from different offensive schemes. That just comes with it. But they're doing well, trying and adapting to it. So.
Jamario Bell kind of bounced around a lot of positions over the years. Just how has he responded to your staff and being in the 4-3 and everything? He's
been, first of all, he's every time I've seen him, he shows up, he's got a smile on his face. And, he's always trying to say something to me before I say something to him. and but just comes in the building with a great attitude, comes in the building with an eagerness about himself, and it's shown. It showed out on the football field, and it has for the last 5 practices. Again, a guy that's we need him. We need him to come on and to be the guy that he was recruited to be. But from whether it's a fresh start or not, I don't know. But sometimes guys, when they come in and you get a fresh start, it just has a whole breath of fresh air for him, and he's kind of he's out to prove something. And if he's able to do that and provide some depth in that defensive line for us, with Coach Caldwell and Coach Scott, would definitely be an addition to this football team.
Coach, what are your early thoughts on Dre Greenlaw?
Just a fierce competitor, always around the football. I was sharing that with him this morning in a team meeting before we got started. I always try to go in and pick a couple guys out and talk to them and share a few positive things with them. And I just shared with him, man, it's just like the fact that the closer he gets to the football, the more violent and more productive he becomes. Extremely smart, intelligent, and is always lining people up and getting them where they need to be. But Dre's got a great future in this game, and just a fierce competitor and really a good leader. We actually got talking about Coach Chief, and I said, "Tell me about him. What you think?" And so he was telling me some stories and laughing and just enjoying it. I mean, he's having a lot of fun and doing a lot of really good things. Yes, sir.
So Coach, what did you think of Cole and Dalton's performance today at quarterback?
Yeah. Well, I mentioned Cole just a little bit earlier on it, and then, they're all consistently inconsistent, to be honest with you. But each one brings a little different positive to the game right now. And they all understand this. They all know we got to get better. Cole's got to play faster. He's got to process. He's got to go from the signal to the communication to get lined up to his pre-snap reads and snap the football. And that needs to be done in about 5 seconds. It's got to go. And so to get him to speed his thought process up, that just comes with time. That comes with knowledge. He's going to get there. He's got a great skill set. Again, I would love for him in particular, I'd love to see everything around him collapsing. What can you do when you're in a live situation, because he's so big? I'd love to be able to run him in some short yardage, see what he could do. But right now, we're not doing that. We're not there yet. And then Dalton's another one. He's got the skill set. He's got when he gets out on the edge, he's got the ability to take the lid off of it and go the distance. But he's processing right now. He's swimming in some areas, as they all are. But he's got to continue to keep picking up this offense. And the way everybody learns a little different. Some you can sit in here and talk all day long. Some you got to go out and walk it. Others got to go out and run through it and see it, and they got to hear it, and they got to write it, and then they got to go teach it. Everybody learns a little bit different, and so that's Coach Craddock's job of getting all that knowledge in, and we've inundated them with so much right now. But these guys they're trying, and Coach will be the first to tell you. But today was about tell me what you can do and let's play fast. So he's doing well. So.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if I saw Malik Barkley, Dalt Wagner. Is there anybody else that kind of got held out of practice, injury, or you said some sickness or anything?
We had Malik Barkley had been out. He had a hamstring the other day in practice, so we held him. Dalton Wagner we kept him out as well from just an injury, and then I think Reed was another one that we kept out today.
You touched on TJ needing to improve in pass blocking. What will that do for him as a player if he gets
get him on the
where
field?
You would want him to be? And can you not? Do you feel like you can't play him if he doesn't?
No. I'm not. Let's talk the whole running back group. Sure. You have to be able to pass protect in this offense. You just have to. Any offense. You go the next level, you got to be able to pass protect. You come from high school level, you got to be able to pass protect. But just the urgency and understanding how to because you got different protections now, and you got different reads, and you slide and you scan. But I think they're all working on that. I know Coach Traylor's really working hard on all those guys in the pass protection. He's got a great talent. There's no doubt about that. He's got an incredible talent. but it's got to be a complete package. We can't put him, him or anybody else in there and knowing that the protection's going to have a breakdown right there, because people around here, they see a certain weakness in this league, they're going to attack that weakness and they're going to exploit you. And so, but that just comes with knowledge. So he's doing some really good things. He's carrying the ball well, running hard, and I'm excited about TJ.
Coach, as far as installation and what you allowed Chief to throw at you, was it a little bit or was it everything they had? I mean, was there a lot of pressure?
No, we saw a lot of pressure today. Offensively did. Saw a lot of pressure. But it was more about scaling back and just doing the basic, more day one install. What can they do that as a coaching staff, and we know that they can do, and let's just let them go play. Let's just see what they know. They're going to mess up. They are. So let's be able to see what they know and coach from that. And but we did. Coach brought some pressure, and that was good. It was good to see. We offensively felt it, and you got to be able to pick those things up, because that's what's going to happen. So, anyone else? All right. We appreciate you covering the Razorbacks. Let me tell you, we don't take that for granted at all. So thank you very much.